And to be quite honest, like right after he had walked away, I broke down in tears because
Show it off, Yo, it's Steve Burstyn coming at you through the microphone. You already know what it is, and it's day 62. So I've been getting the question about how I got to Sweden, how I got to Kungsors BK, and so I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee, take a seat, set up the camera, and let's talk about it. So grab my seat, got my coffee, let's go. So how did I get to Sweden? Let's flash back to last summer. So it was the summer of 2017. Around May, I had signed up for a pro soccer combine or a PSC combine. Went to the LA combine in June. From there, I was training every single day. I was working on my touch, I was working on my dribbling, I was working on my juggling, just like my technical ability. I know that 2 center backs had gotten chosen to go trial with a Division 2 team called IFK Kumla, which got relegated to Division 3, and they're playing Division 3 this year. And they're now playing in the same division and league as the team I played for last year. But yeah, let's get back to the point. So I went to that combine and I thought I did well. I didn't do well enough to earn a trial, but from there I got invited to go to their showcase tour in Ireland. And to be completely honest about the showcase tours of pro soccer combines or PSC combines, I do think for the most part they are a money-making scheme. I mean, they are a business, and yes, they're trying to help kids achieve their dreams, but at the same time, like economics, capitalism, all that jazz, they need to make money at the end of the day. And so I would say a decent amount of the kids that were at that showcase tour simply just had the money to go there. I definitely was feeling very uneasy about how serious I was going to be taken at this showcase tour, but I decided to kind of put those thoughts aside, work my hardest, take it as serious as possible, and pretend that this was a legitimate opportunity to become a professional soccer player. I had shown the coach at PSC, Patrick Walker, who's in charge of Scandinavian FC Orebro, that I was a versatile player. I could use both of my feet and I had a good split vision. And so because of those things, he invited me to go play with his team. After the game against essentially the youth national team development program for Ireland, we had played a match against them. I think we lost like 3-0 or 2-0, something like that. He had pulled me aside and said like, hey Steve, I own a team in Sweden, and it's not professional, it's semi-pro amateur level, but we'd like to come and have you. And to be quite honest, like right after he had walked away, I broke down in tears because it finally felt like there was a glimmer of hope in my career. I had never felt another coach realize the potential that I had and the skills that I possessed, and it was really touching, and it meant a lot to me that there was a coach that saw the qualities I had and saw the value that I could bring to a team. I went to that showcase tour in Ireland in August, and at the end of August I then went back home from the tour and then went to Sweden, and I had finished the season there, and I played about 10 games the last quarter of the season, and I played the 2 last games of the domestic cup, so the semi-final and the final of the Kungsors Cup, and I helped the team secure 2 trophies that year. Pat really did help me as a player and instilled confidence that I had the ability to get to the next level. From there, I had impressed a contact, I guess you can call him an agent, but he's not really an agent. We talked and he said, hey Steve, I can help you, get to a new team. Before the cup final of the Kungsors Cup, he had called AFC, or AFC Eskilstuna, which is a team that was in the Allsvenskan, which is now in the Superettan, which is the 2nd division, and he had called that director up, and he had watched that game. And the coach was impressed with Steven and I, and actually invited us to go to play the last 2 games in the Allsvenskan. But because Steve's visa was running out and I already had flights booked, we both went home and didn't get to go pursue that avenue. There are still hopes that we can kind of get back and connected with AFC,
but at the moment those kind of roads are closed right now. I came back this February and there were trials. I was with Orebro Syrianska. I went to a trial with Asariska BK. I went to Eskilstuna City, which is affiliated with Kungsors, and at the end of the day I was offered a contract with Orebro Syrianska, but it just wasn't lucrative enough. And by lucrative, I don't mean like, oh, I'm trying to make $1 million. I'm not going to be making a whole lot of money, at least at this stage in my career. They weren't offering me enough to actually even pay for an apartment or to afford food. I had spent all my money on flights and traveling around Sweden. I'm not financially stable enough to like take money out of my pocket for the next 6 months and play with them. I got connected to Kungsors BK through my contact. And so I went to go trial with them, and after the first day, they had basically already offered to sign me. And yeah, from there, the season has just started in Sweden. We won our last game 6-1, and the season's looking really good. And due to the affiliation with Eskilstuna City, Steven and I are both hoping that we can kind of jump between both teams and play games with Eskilstuna City or play games with Kungsors. And we'll be training 3 times a week with Kungsors, and then about 1 to 2 times a week with Eskilstuna City. So the second I'm healthy and I have 2 good knees, I'm really looking forward to those opportunities. And it's honestly a super exciting thing to be a Kungsors, because there's a Division 6 club that's affiliated with us, and then there's a Division 2 club that's affiliated with us, and then there's a Superettan team. There's just a whole ladder, and it's just nice to see that there's finally like a step up process of how you can climb the football ladder, whereas in the US you don't really have that. So I'm really happy here in Kungsors. I have access to a gym, the clubhouse, this training field here, the game field behind us, and to just feel welcomed, to feel like I'm in a family. I really haven't had that since I was back in high school, and high school has been quite a while ago. The last time I played high school was my junior year, and yeah, that was, wow, 2012. So yeah, it's been about 6 years since I've played. It's been about 6 years since I really have felt like that extreme cohesion of like feeling part of something bigger than myself. Like, yes, I played club in university, but it's not the same because it's not the top team there. That's when I started how I got to Sweden. It was a little long-winded. It was a trial to a showcase tour to then going to a team in Sweden to then jumping to another team in Sweden. The lesson here is, guys, is that you never know who's watching. If you're playing in a Sunday league, if you're playing at a college league, if you're playing in a club team, it doesn't matter. You honestly never know who's watching, what kind of contacts those people have that are watching. Just keep playing, keep doing your thing, but most of all, have fun playing the sport, because soccer is supposed to be fun. And I think a lot of the time, especially for the people that are following me, following people like Sheldon Tweedy, that are following people like Become Elite, like Matt Sheldon, that are following Brandon Diao, the people that are following people that are doing this journey themselves, I think are starting to forget that this is supposed to be fun, man. Like, football is supposed to be fun. And at the end of the day, if you don't make it to the pros, you need to realize why you played this in the first place, and that's to have fun. So go out there, go train, work hard, have some fun, and just do what you do. That's Steve Burstyn. Smash the like button, like, comment, subscribe. Remembering myself.